In this video, we'll be solving this differential equation. The first thing we're going to do is break this up into two separate problems. First, we're going to consider the differential equation y double prime minus y prime minus 12y equals 0. Once we get a solution for that, then we're going to include the right side of the equation and then combine it together. So think of this as like a two-part process. So for this differential equation, we're going to assume the solution will be of the form e to lambda x. And so we're just going to plug in y equals e to lambda x from this differential equation. Take the second derivative to get lambda squared e to lambda x minus the first derivative, which is lambda e to lambda x minus 12 times e to lambda x equals 0. From there, we can factor out e to lambda x, and we have lambda squared minus lambda minus 12 equals 0. E to lambda x is always positive, so we can ignore it and just set lambda squared minus lambda minus 12 equal to 0. Factor into lambda plus 3 times lambda minus 4 equals 0. And you get lambda is negative 3 or 4. So now that we have the roots, we can give the solution. The roots will be the exponents of e, and then we just put a constant in front of each term. Okay, so the first part is done. Now we have to work with the right side. So determine the particular solution to the original problem using method of undetermined coefficients. So we see that 1 minus 12 times x times the quantity e to the x is of the form a plus bx times e to the x, which we simplify to a times e to the x plus bx e to the x. And so we're going to set y sub p equal to a times e to the x plus bx times e to the x. And so what we're going to do with y sub p is take the derivative, or plug it in for y here, and then set it equal to the right side. Okay, so first the first derivative, and then the second derivative. And now I'm just going to plug it into this equation, the left side of the equation, and then set it equal to the right. Okay, so this is what we get. Now this simplifies to just negative 12a plus b times e to the x, because a to the x is cancel. And so we have negative 12a plus b times e to the x minus 12b x times e to the x. And then on the right side, that's just equal to this thing right here. I just distributed the e to the x to both terms. So at this point, you just need to set the coefficients equal to each other. Negative 12a plus b with 1. And then negative 12bx with negative 12x. Okay. So for the second one, if I divide both sides by negative 12b, negative 12x, here we're assuming x does not equal 0. You get b is 1. Now plug that in over here. We get negative 12a plus 1 is 1, which means negative 12a is 0, and so a is 0. So we said y sub p was a times e to the x plus bx times e to the x. We found a to be 0 and b to be 1. So then y sub p is just x times e to the x. So that's the second part that we just found. Now you want to combine both parts to get the general solution, which is c1 times e to the negative 3x plus c2 times e to the 4x, and then plus x times e to the x.